Bringing now Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez. The Uvalde school shooting was in his district. Senator Gutierrez, as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you. Talk to me first about your reaction to the establishment of this office and what you hope comes out of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to say that this is the most important issue of our time. It's bigger than any inflationary issue or economic issue. If you don't have your kid, there's nothing left. We obviously experienced what happened in Uvalde, Texas. I had to sue the government to get access to the information and eventually signed a non-disclosure agreement where I got a 2 terabyte hard drive the size of your cell phone, hundreds of hours of video footage. I've seen children with literally no face, just gone. Carnage like you've never seen, worst horror movie you've ever seen in your life. I think parents, Democrats and Republicans across this country need to have a real conversation with themselves as to what's important. Today, the president's steps are absolutely a continued step in the right direction. We have much work to do, but we have to get people like Ted Cruz and others to see the light of day on this thing and understand that this is people's lives, it's children's lives, and we must do the right thing in this space.
Senator, you and I were in Uvalde together, and I remember when the president was visiting Robb Elementary School, and he mentioned in his speech now in the Rose Garden how people have said repeatedly to him, do something and do something. And I remember being at Robb Elementary as he visited there and people yelling at him, do something, and now seeing him do something, essentially, in the comparison that both he made and Kelly O reminded us of, that this office would act as FEMA. And you remember how disorganized it was, not only in the lead up to what happened at Robb Elementary, but the aftermath of what took place at Robb Elementary, and how Governor Abbott promised to have psychiatric help for victims of this mass shooting, families of victims of this mass shooting, and how that came and that went. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of dealing with the aftermath of something like this that affects a community so acutely?
Absolutely. I mean, here in Texas, sadly, we have a governor like Greg Abbott that paid short thrift to Uvalde, Texas, gave a chunk of money to the local Republican district attorney to try to administer mental health. The fact is, there's so many people that had to go to the big city in San Antonio to administer their own mental health. There's so many kids out there that still are affected. This isn't something that you take an aspirin and it just goes away. The images, the horror, the town itself, it will be affected forever. Certainly, I've talked to Senator Murphy about this in the past as to what's happened over in the Sandy Hook community. In Uvalde, these parents that have become my friends, they will be affected for the rest of their lives. You don't just get over this. It is certainly something that you get through. But I have to impart on the public of the United States that I've seen hundreds of hours of this body cam footage.
Right.
And I've seen what this AR-15 can do. We must have an assault weapons ban. These guns have no place in our culture.